Oi, and welcome to the Dritz Dresden channel. I'm Ski Nerd. Over there is Derv Derp, and we are here to review episode 6 of Enter the Dragon. No, what is it called?
Like a Dragon, Yakuza.
Like a Dragon, Yakuza. Yeah, there they are. They're going around beating each other up. It's pretty fun. So, as he's adjusting his thing there. So this is the episode 6 of season 1, the finale. So, and it wasn't a very long one. It was about 40 minutes.
Episode called Fate and Showdown.
Wow.
Or Fate/Showdown.
So it kind of starts off pretty hot.
Starts off exactly how I thought it would.
Starts off with basically.
Starts off where it ended with Nishiki going to meet Daisho Dojima.
That's right. It is a flashback. This is back in 1995. The flashback. Nishiki confronts the boss guy, and he offers him
Dojima.
Help, and he apologizes, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that we failed you." And he's like, "Ah, don't worry about it. We'll celebrate your drink. Go get some snacks, other guy." And Nishiki randomly pulls out a gun, and the boss isn't scared at all. He's just like, "Oh, go ahead, shoot me. I don't care. There'll be a lot of things that happen. A lot of different things, but there'll be a lot of things that happen." And surprisingly, he does shoot him. He shoots him in the head, right in the face. Literally in the face. Which surprised the crap out of me. And as soon as this happened, Kazuma, who was trying to confront Nishiki, he comes in, he's like, "Oh crap, I'll take the blame." And Nishiki this whole time is like, "I blame you for what has happened," and stuff still. And so all the yakuza that are outside the door, they kind of bust down the door, and they see Kazuma with the gun, and they're like, "Oh, it was Kazuma. You killed our boss. You are a bad person. You will go to jail." And he's been in jail this whole time.
Now, this scene is probably my favorite of the episode, just because it's almost almost frame by frame from the game. The only difference is at this point in the game, Miho is still alive. That Kiryu just says, "I'll go to jail because your sister needs you to be there to support her," and that's why he goes to jail. That was really the only difference, but Nishiki shooting Sohei was exactly how it happened in the game.
Nice.
But only main difference is Yumi. It also has to do with Yumi in the game. Like Sohei takes Yumi into his office, and that's what kind of leads to it. Nishiki killing him.
Okay. Fun.
That was my favorite scene. Just because it was so close to the game. And so impactful.
Sweet.
Because it answered so many questions.
Yes, if you are a fan of the game, you know what he's talking about, but if you're not, then you're confused as I am. So that's great.
Well, if you haven't played the game, you can watch me play it live.
There you go, guys. Watch them play it. It's on the channel. I don't know if it's entertaining or not, but is it entertaining? I don't know.
Well, it's a matter of if people start talking to me, then I'll start kind of talking as well. I put in the title little commenting. Just meaning if people want to talk, I will. Not
Do they know that?
what?
Is that part of the description? Do they know that?
Yep, it's in the title.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to give you constructive criticism and of like, well, that's to me I would be confused and I wouldn't know what that is. But that's just me. Maybe other people will get it, but
It's
I don't
not
know.
so easy to type on the PS5.
Oh, you did that on the
Yeah.
PS5? Oh, okay. Then never mind. Who cares? Anyways, uh, so this episode just gets kind of wild. We have um, one of the lieutenants of the Tojo clan, and he wants Nichiki to step down. He has his friends with him. He's like, "Oh, hey, where's your boss?" He's like, "Oh, our boss isn't here." And then Nichiki comes in. He's like, "Oh, what's this about?" He's like, "Oh, we want you to resign as part of our deal with the Omi clan." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
To
The lights
prevent
go out.
war. To prevent war with
Yeah.
between the two clans.
Yep. And well, I think secretly he just doesn't like Nichiki,
Yeah.
that lieutenant guy, and he just wants him out so he has the potential to rise up instead. Um, and he's like grinning when he pulls out the chisel and hammer to cut off his finger or whatever. So there's that. But then the lights go out, and all of a sudden the demon people come and they start like killing people with their automatic weapons, and people are going down one by one, and they're like, "Oh my god, we're all dying! Oh my god!" And at the same time, uh, the Omi clan is coming outside the building to meet with the Tojo clan, and they're like waiting for midnight to happen, or waiting for the deal to happen. And there's way more Omi people than Tojo at this point, because a lot of the Tojo are inside, and so now this like uh, the demon guy, the main demon guy, he's inside and killing everyone along with other people, and comes, Kazuma and the two girls, or
Yumi and Aiko.
Yumi and Aiko, they they're on the quest to find the money or to get their daughter back,
No,
and so
they have the money.
yeah, but there was that deal. I think we skipped some parts, but there was that deal to save the daughter.
Yeah.
The
No,
deal was give us 10 billion and we'll give you your daughter back.
that was a part of
And
episode 5.
yeah, but in this episode they actually do it. They actually go to the place to deliver the money. And there's these two demon people with masks, and they're like, "Haha, we got the money. Yeah, we can celebrate for life." And then they turn around stupidly, and not Aiko, the other one,
Yumi.
Yumi. She attacks one of them and kills him with his own gun, and other guy dies, but not before he shoots his Uzi at Yumi, and then Aiko goes to save her by stepping in front of the bullets, and it's like, "Oh no, Aiko!" It's like the what's that Willy Wonka scene where he's just like, "No, please stop, come back," like a sarcastic.
That
Like,
that
"Oh
was
no,
with
you're dying."
the geese. The golden geese.
Yeah. No, please come back. Please come on.
Uh,
Anyway,
don't
but he
ask
doesn't
me
care about.
how I remember that.
Yeah. Um. Anyways, so that's a cool scene. Them beating up those uh, Oni guys or the demon guys, and so they grab the money. They're in the car and um, they come back. Oh wait, that's right, because they dropped Kazuma off first. That's what I got confused at. Right, they dropped Kazuma off first so he can go into the building, and then in the building he's able to fight the demon. And he's fighting the demon. He's like, "Wait a minute, I know you. I've seen you before." And he's the only person so far that is able to stand up to the demon's attacks because the demon is really really fast, and no one has been able to take him down at all. Not even a scratch. But then he kicks him off. He actually takes a knife attack to the hand. He goes through his hand. It's like it reminds me of Naruto. Um, During one of the fights, he takes the kunai blade through his hand in order to grab the guy's wrist, and he's able to do that and get a kick on him. The mask comes off, and what do you know? It's Nietzsche. Wow! And Nietzsche's like, he's so far gone. He's been like suicidal for a long time. You can tell because he just keeps saying like, I want everyone to die. I want the Yakuza to die. I want this whole town to die. I want all of our friends to die. I don't even care anymore. And he's definitely suicidal, and he's mad at Kazuma for making him stay alive because he wanted to die after he killed the boss. But now he's in charge of everything, and he still wants to die, which is kind of crazy, but it's kind of cool. Like oh man, this he's dressed up as this demon with a mask on, going around killing people. How like that's freaking crazy, dude. Um, like who knew that he was a fighter? Like when did he start training? He was never like the fighting type, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He also had the 10-year gap to learn.
Yeah. I suppose anger is a good motivation to
Or it was more it was
understand
more
people.
8 because we see him uh, fight in 2003. So he learned in the 8 years.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is like he's really good. Like holy crap, he's
You
almost as good as Kazuma. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like there's like lifetime people that work for um, the Yakuza who've been fighting way longer than he has, and now he's able to like get around them and take people on 101 with like knives and stuff. He's able to dodge their attacks, and that's just crazy. That's just like a Sith Lord moment or a Sith. What's it like a Sith apprentice like becoming the Sith Lord that he wants to be, kind of thing. So that's like a very fascinating and interesting and kind of horrifying moment that he's willing to kill even all his friends along with everything else. He's just he's just become like the literal demon that he portrays and what he's pretending to fight. And this is where the title comes in. Demon is Nietzsche and the dragon is Kozuma, and they have their own fight basically. And this fight it lasts quite a while actually. Um, they're fighting like in the building, and then they fight into the parking lot, and I don't know what the hell Kozuma is eating. I don't know what he's ingesting. Maybe he's taking drugs. Maybe he's taking steroids. but he got stabbed so many times. He got stabbed in the back with both the knives. He got stabbed in the cheek. He got stabbed in the hand, and he's there just like fighting his friend. But as soon as like it's like he has the intent to like kill basically until the mask comes off, and then it makes it harder because he doesn't want to kill his Nichiki, of course. He's like, nope, you get to live. I'm gonna make sure that you live, and you have no choice about it.
That's mainly because when Miho passed away, she told him, please make sure he doesn't die. Keep him safe.
Oh, right.
So it's more just him wanting to fulfill his promise to her.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, yeah, and then we have this giant ass brawl in the street between the two clans. That's fun. Some guy falls out the window and then they start fighting each other. They're like,
It's
I'll fighting.
Shimano, the guy that Nishiki was meeting, the guy that was trying to get him to leave the yakuza. That was the guy that fell. Shimano is his name.
Oh, right, Shimano. So he dies, and then there's a brawl. There's more Omi at this point than Tojo, and the police are in waiting. They're like the main. I mean, you see the like detective or whatever.
Makoto Date.
He's like some of the
Makoto
police officers
Date.
like want to go in. He's like, we need to arrest these guys. They're killing each other. And he's like, no, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for them to whittle the numbers.
Because there's only like 10 of them compared to 2 armies.
Yeah, exactly. And because they're criminals, it's like, well, have them take each other out. Why not? You know. What? Okay.
At the beginning of the fight, we hear the leader of the Tojo clan say, we need to call the demon, or the mad dog.
Who's the mad dog? Did they say who the mad dog was?
I was going to get to that.
All right, go ahead.
Then, maybe a couple scenes later, Goro Majima appears on the battlefield. That's the mad dog. Because his Yakuza nickname is Mad Dog of Shimano.
Is there a picture of it? Because you're saying it, but I don't know who that is.
Trying to see if I can find a picture of him from the show, but it doesn't look like it.
Just do a picture from the game because I don't remember who this person is either. Because it never says their names. I know there was like a couple like bigger guys that really wanted to fight. There was a guy with a samurai sword and tattoos on his chest and like a bandage on his stomach. And there's another guy with an eye patch.
That's the Mad Dog.
Okay.
The guy with the eye patch.
Not from the show, but from the video game.
But he looks almost exactly like in the show, like he did in the game.
Yeah. I just more constructive criticism, I guess. Like when you say someone, like a person, it's good to have like a picture of them too, like we do with One Piece, because the audience wants to see. It's the difference between showing something and telling something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, kitty. But no harm. Nobody's watching anyways, so. I think a couple people popped in, but they didn't really. I think it was more the title that brought them in rather than the actual show.
But the scene of Majima coming in was pretty badass, but I could have sworn because he's dual wielding baseball bats. At a few points, I could have sworn it looked like he was dual wielding inflatable baseball bats because they looked comically big. You're what?
Because it was comically big. Yeah, I agree.
They looked like inflatable.
Yeah, it was like almost like a triangle, or like a cylinder, rather than like an actual baseball bat. Kind of looked like a triangle, actually.
That's also why he's my favorite character.
Yeah, and the best part about that is that like at the end of the battle, it's like, oh come on, let's keep fighting, let's do it, just keep going.
Even when he's arrested, he still wants to fight.
Yeah, that was funny. Oh, and then so that's pretty much the main stuff. Kind of skip some of the story, but
eventually,
of the battle is still raging on, and the girls come back. Yuki, or what's her name?
Yumi
and Aiko come
and
back
Haruka.
with the daughter and the money. And they're like, hey, we're here, we have the money. And it stops the fight. She presents it to the Omi boss, and he's just like, I accept this. And then that's when the cops move in and start arresting people. And the hospital comes, and Aiko, who was shot in the back by a couple bullets, she wasn't dead. She was still alive, but she was taken to the hospital. And the daughter was like really concerned because I thought she was gonna die, to be honest. Considering how long it was taking them, like she just got shot, and instead of going right to the hospital, they go right to the battlefield. And I don't know how long that took, but it must take like at least half an hour to get there. And she's bleeding. Maybe she was bleeding out. Maybe she wasn't. But yeah, it was a pretty intense. And I wasn't, it's one of those things where like Aiko's such a bad, horrible person. Like you're like, I don't really care if you die, but at the same time, it's just like, but you're dying. I don't want you to die. You're still a bad person. I still hate you. Well, please don't die. But maybe just die a little bit. Maybe we'll teach you something.
And the thing with the video game, Aiko is not a part of it. Like, Yumi in the games, if I remember right, has like kind of like says she has a sister, but acts as like two different people. If I remember right, and she's like the main. She's the main person behind the missing yen in the game.
Okay.
And she's Haruka's mom as well.
Got it.
If I remember right. It's been a while since I've gotten that far in the game.
Okay, cool. So, and then we gotta talk about the most important scene, which is at the very end. But it's something even more important is as Nichiki was getting beaten up by Kazuma, he mentioned while he was still conscious, he was drifting in and out, he was just like, you look up to the dragon, but the dragon killed our parents. And he's just like, what? What do you mean the dragon killed our parents? It's like, the dragon killed our parents. And then at the very end, their caretaker comes and he's like, "Oh my God, you guys are alive." It's like the dragon killed our parents, and during the fight, he gets sliced by the samurai sword guy in the back, and Kazuma at the very end sees that he has like a part of a tattoo on his back, and it looks like a dragon, and so he looks at his caretaker like, oh, the F you didn't, and it just cuts, and just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
So basically, he just found out he was the dragon, the original dragon that he looked up to, and
Yeah,
with the
and the guy
whole
that killed his parents, and we just find that out. Yeah, spoiler alert for the one person watching. Hello. So that's the end of that episode and the season. For that, will they make a season 2? I don't know with the poor reviews in the dubbed version and the American version. It was probably pretty bad, but subtitled version is a lot better. But I mean, do a lot of people like know about the Yakuza games? Are there a lot of fans of the Yakuza games? Do you know? Like, because I've never heard of it until you told me about it.
yeah, it is a pretty large fan base.
Okay. I mean, they made the show, so hopefully they can get, like, I'm hyped for season 2, actually. I wasn't really, like, high on this show, especially at the beginning when there was, like, nothing happening.
And they were just introducing a crap load of characters.
Yeah, and then, like, with the, Aiko, me thinking, like, Aiko was the older sister in the original 4, and then it's not, and that was really confusing to me. Yumi, and then who's the girl that died? What was her name?
Miho.
Miho dying. Like, of course they don't say it, but I understand why they wouldn't say it. Kind of thing. So, but that was just really, really confusing. And there's a lot of like, even the detective, like I thought he was cool, but they didn't. He was more like, oh, I'm here to break you out of jail, and that's like kind of all he did.
Yeah, they kind of underplayed him because he has a much bigger part in the games. They kind of sidelined him.
But so I didn't get that. But like Aiko as a character, like I hate her, but her character's fucking awesome. As a person, like that you want to hate, you're like, oh my god, you such a lazy piece of shit. Like she's chaotic neutral. You don't know what she's gonna do.
Like
sometimes she'll do it for good. Sometimes she'll do it for evil. Sometimes she'll do it for selfish reasons.
Like for example, one thing we forgot to mention about episode 5 last night, it showed Aiko and Yumi working together in Club Serena, where cops came and raided because they found underage hostesses.
Yep.
And Aiko's the one that hired them just because she didn't give a shit.
Oh, got it. And so they thought it was the Yakuza that did that?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the Yakuza. Whoa, are you falling?
Oh. By the way, for anybody wondering who he's talking to, he has a cat in his lap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my kitty. Or not my kitty, my brother's kitty. So, but that's our review for Yakuza. Maybe there'll be a season 2. I don't know. But Peter's
I hope so.
Don't know much about the Yakuza games or the show. Is it because the title is definitely misleading, but not to us. So it's technically true. There's a demon that fights a dragon.
And I'm hoping season 2, one of the things I was hoping that we'd kind of see in like maybe the last few shots is like maybe a cameo of like an upcoming character, like Ryuji from the second one, which I can't really say who he is without spoiling anything. Or Daigo.
Well, I thought the ending was fucking awesome. Just the twist at the end.
Yeah,
like,
but
there's already a twist, but then they give you a second twist that's even better than the first one.
I was kind of expecting like something just to tease a season 2. That's what I meant. Like it's just a character cameo, Easter egg. Because shows tend to do that if they plan on doing another season. Just
Well, up to the creators, I guess, if they want to do it or not. So it's all good. Thanks, Kitty.
I really liked it as a fan of the games as well. I even liked it.
Can you hear this purring?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
I liked it, even though I've heard seen people that have played the games absolutely hate it. I like it. I know Elusive Mike liked it.
I thought it was just okay, but I like the fighting scenes, and the twist with the foster dad being the guy who killed their parents. It makes you go, what? No, I did not see that coming. Okay.
I was derp.
I'm Skeener, and we're signing off. Sayonara!
Feel free to join me in my playthrough of Yakuza tomorrow. Join us for Slither on Sunday. That's all I know for our schedule.
Nathan Fillion is in it, and someone else. I can't remember the other person.
I believe Michael Rucker's in it. Unless if I'm completely... Unless if I'm completely... I'm looking it up. Nathan Fillion, Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, Michael Rucker's in it.
Okay. Oh, Elizabeth Banks, too?
Yeah, and Greg Henry. I wasn't just imagining Michael Rucker is in it.
Yeah. The only reason I want to watch this movie is because of there's one particular scene I saw on YouTube, and it was hilarious.
And then we'll do Foxy Pirates One Piece on Wednesday next week. Because I'll be busy Thursday, Friday, or Thursday to Monday next week. And probably really tired afterwards.
Yeah.
Yay.
I still gotta watch the filler.
I haven't even started the Foxy Pirates.
Well, I'm still watching the filler, so I got 2 or 3 episodes in, I think.
Have a good night, everyone. See you Sunday.
Yeah.
If you decide.
Sayonara.